With nearly 2 billion kilometers deployed around the world, optical fiber is the backbone of today's most advanced telecommunications networks. Fiber is assembled into optical cables that link continents, cities, and neighborhoods around the world. This thin, flexible strand of ultra-pure glass is capable of carrying voice, data, and video information in the form of light signals at very high speeds. Ultra-pure glass is capable of carrying voice, data, and video information in the form of light signals at very high speed.
Fiber internet directly to the home. But let's face it, most of us don't live in an area where we can get 100% fiber, and waiting around for Google to show up and save the day with an army of construction workers might take a really long time. So the majority of us are still using either cable or DSL to get online. But is one better than the other? And how exactly can internet data travel over a cable TV wire or a phone line that only carried 56K dial-up not so long ago? Well, although people laughed at Ted Stevens for calling the internet a series of tubes, it's actually pretty darn helpful to picture the phone or cable line running to your house as a pipe. The phone conversation or Adam Sandler movie that you're enjoying only takes up part of that pipe's space. The space in the pipe, yes, we're continuing this analogy, that would otherwise be empty can be filled with creamy, delicious internet data packets, which are kept separate from phone calls or cable TV by simply using a different frequency band. Similar to how different frequencies on your FM radio correspond to entirely different stations. So in the case of DSL, which runs over a regular phone line, phone calls only take up a very tiny part of the available bandwidth, which explains why DSL is so much faster than a dial-up connection, since old-school 56K internet could only use the frequencies that were dedicated to phone traffic. To further increase speeds for the average user, ISPs typically assign much more of the available bandwidth to downstream traffic rather than upstream, as most people download far more things than they do upload, which is why ADSL is a common term that you'll see in advertising, with the A standing for asymmetric, as your upload and download speeds will be usually very different. Of course, if you need lots of upstream bandwidth, such as if you're a video production company, you can actually get symmetric DSL, or SDSL.
Optical fiber is strong, flexible, and reliable. Inch for inch, it's stronger than steel and more durable than copper. Fiber offers excellent signal performance over a wide range of environmental conditions. Since fiber carries light instead of electricity, it is unsusceptible to lightning strikes or electrical faults, and, unlike copper, it does not corrode or rust. As a result, fiber reduces maintenance costs and has a proven record of reliability in the field. In fact, it is common for customers to report to Corning that cables installed in the late 1970s or early 1980s are still in use.
Google and Facebook join forces on undersea data cable. The network of deep-sea Pacific Rim cables that help connect the web and keep it global is about to get bigger, with a little help from Google and Facebook. The deep-sea Pacific Light Cable Network will stretch across the Pacific Ocean between Hong Kong and Los Angeles. The cable will use new fiber optics to transmit large quantities of data, forming the first direct deep-sea cable network between the two cities. Normal fibers transmit data on the C-band. The new fibers will send data in both the C and L bands, which developer TE Subcom says effectively doubles the bandwidth available. The cable will be able to handle up to 120 terabits per second. Google says that's enough bandwidth for 80 million concurrent video conferences between Hong Kong and Los Angeles. When it's completed in 2018, the cable network will span some 12,800 kilometers between the cities. Facebook and Google have teamed with TE Subcom and Chinese company Pacific Light Data Communication to develop the Trans-Pacific Cable.